G'day everybody, welcome back to In My Shed. I'm BC. I should have done this about a month ago, but episode 208, I would not have believed we would ever get here. I've been distracted by, moving the shed, trying to get machines done, getting a little bit of work done, and having to cope with a bit of an administration mess by the vendor that we bought from. We'll get over all the hurdles as they come. I hope you've been getting a bit of good information and raising your interest. Now over 1,600 subscribers and just itching up on the few hours. I'd like a little bit more. I'll give you a bit of a look around the shed. You can see so far we've got the mess slightly under control and the machine shop working, and I've managed to straighten out the office a little bit. That'll be at the end and possibly not of great interest to a lot of you. I'm using my new to me magnetic mount on the GoPro, so I can just drop it onto a machine virtually anywhere. But it's also good at the club. I can clip it up under a bridge or anywhere convenient, anything metallic. But the main reason I bought it is to do live video of locos from track level. I've seen a couple of videos that Barry Costa's done that way, and they come out absolutely bloody fantastic. It's a good, not bird's eye view, loco eye view, I suppose, of where you're heading. I've got a new, to me, GoPro camera coming on Monday or Tuesday. It's a Series 8, much more modern than this old GoPro, and I hope to be able to do with this magnetic mount a lot more on machine videos with remote control, so if you happen to wander over and turn it off all the time. I'm on my own for the next couple of weeks, so I should be able to pump a bit more out in the way of videos. And I will digress a little bit. I think the last video I did, which to me was good at 51 minutes, was a little bit long of machining, so I'll do a little bit on that, a bit on tool grinding, and what we're doing here. I've actually lost some very important information. It's all the vet certificates for the boiler materials. In the move, it's been placed in a box in a safe place, and as that's safe, I can't bloody find it. So anyway, I'll edit this a little bit, and close to the start of the video, please like and subscribe. I need the numbers, and give me some viewing hours. So we'll look around and see how far we've progressed in the shed. Back in a sec. Back again, and this time I'll try and keep my finger off the front lens. I'll give you a bit of a quick squiz. I've moved machines around a bit. The big power axle up the front here with me. The mill went back about half a metre. The lathe went back just a little bit. I like having the aisle in behind it. Three-phase power is now reticulated and all machines back up and running. Here's the back end of the radial arm drill. And the grinder's on a mobile bench, and the welder here, they're wonderful because I can just wheel them outside or around the floor space, and that does give me a lot more working area. I still have a lot of collecting of items into correct places on the shelves, and I've just dragged a box of little square parts trays out so we can start to get those collections back to where they should be. I can't wait to get into next door. Now that wall there will eventually be one big hole about 7 foot high by 10 foot wide or 11 foot wide, and all of these grinding machines will be going into next door, and this will become a fabrication corner, and next door will be a big collection of workbenches and a few more grinding machines after this. I've got a cylindrical grinder coming when I get a chance to unload it here. Okay, we'll go for a little bit of a waltz, try and keep a steady hand. Floor space, that was at a premium here for the first couple of weeks. I just could not move, and it was a case of make a square metre to fill a square metre. But that's where it all got thrown, and by thrown I mean it. We just had to offload as much as we could in a hurry. Still got that horrible corner and a bit of materials on the floor, and some heavy machine accessories that just really never get moved, like my big rotary table and the big dividing head. I've still yet to use the dividing head on anything. That rotary table does get moved, used a little bit. While mate the shaper is up and running after that repair on the oil system, and the pump's the best it's ever been, and a lot of the oil pressure has to go down to dump, otherwise it's over oiling. Come back around, radial drill is all set to work in anger. the back end of the borer. Here's one of my next projects, Cincinnati number 2. I'm part way through repowering the spindle, and still of a couple of different minds on which way to go. I do have a high-speed spindle attachment or an extension attachment on the old TOS grinder outside. Matter of fact, I'll go and show you that now. Well, here we have the big TOS that's in the carport part of my workshop, and just after I was halfway through repowering the Cincinnati, I remembered I had this extension spindle. It's a genuine TOS item. It's powered by the main spindle in this circumstance, but can be powered by anything. It's just got a flat drive pulley there, and I'm thinking of putting a motor with a VFD on it, but that gives me exactly what I want: out over the table, remote drive, and I could also incorporate a swivel base, which is something the Cincinnati or the TOS here don't have, and it wasn't provided on this conversion, which I find quite strange. But somebody's gone to the extent of even putting tracking gear on there, and I think I might end up using this. But this is a lovely old machine, really big table, quite an accurate angular attachment, spring stops with a micrometer stop in there. I would rather be using this than the Cincinnati, honestly, so I've got to make up my mind which way to go. But that is a big project, so it's in the future. Okay, back inside behind the old Kearns borer. There's one thing about being retired: if you want to, you can find a hell of a lot of work to do. And to be honest, I don't mind being kept busy. You can see there's quite a large laneway here when I pushed the grinder table out, and I had in mind to move these over and get another row of machines, but I thought this is just so comfortable. Being able to move in with the radial drill up past the lathe to the mill. It's a good working area, and it takes me about 2 minutes to push the grinders outside and the rider mower. So no, at the moment it's just too good to leave as is. And as you can see, once I sort the mess and get everything on the shelves properly, I'll have quite a lot of storage. Okay, the bench is hardly discernible, and then behind that old shirt is a home brew that just didn't start. Absolute shame, but it'll feed the garden quite well, make things grow out there. Here's a big revelation. You can finally see just how big this office is. I've gained a few metres there. Quite a lot of what we had stored or put up in boxes, archived if you like, was just rubbish when I had a good think about it. And a lot of the old invoicing etc. goes back to 2019, so in a month or so's time, 2 months, I can put that in the bloody bin, and I'll be glad to see that go. My old boiler and loco frames, I'll be getting back onto that once I've got the borer up and running. Okay, I've managed to get a couple of the workstations here operational, and I can settle in a little bit. And I'm selling off quite a lot of my collection of books. I just can't read them all ever again. Not enough hours in the day. But here it is, quite a huge office, and I'll be doing a little bit of filming and editing in here. So, turn you around. That's all there is for this episode. Gives you a little bit of an insight in what we're doing, and good reason to come back. Bye for now.